in Nigeria.
Okay, guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. Please like, subscribe, and share. Right, hit the subscribe button back here. Remember to check this book out. It's on Amazon.com. Hip Hop and Igbo Culture by yours faithfully, Martin in French. You can also obtain it here at Ebon at 103.5 FM Ogidi. So check it out at St. Teresa's Catholic Church, Omonia. You can also get it at St. Michael's Catholic Church, Abacha. Stick around for newspaper headlines.
Entertainment programs can't stop, won't stop. On Ebona, the 103.5 FM.
Tighten your seatbelt as we take you on this smooth ride.
Let's go!
It's the morning drive on 103.5 Ebona DFM, keeping your morning engaging as we take you through the smoothest ride on radio.
From 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m.
Getting your morning inspired, be informed, let's interact only on the morning drive.
Make it a date with Martin Efanshuku, aka Meta.
And Christy, aka Emenari, aka Classy.
From Monday to Friday, from 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m.
On the morning drive.
103.5 Ebona DFM.
So, good morning and welcome to Ebona, the 103.5 FM. Today, the 25th day of April 2024. Today is Thursday and the time is 2 minutes past the hour of 7. It's time for newspaper headlines on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. This morning, we are going to take you through the news, making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers. But before we do that, let's go for a short break. When we come back, we'll continue on the stories, making the headlines. Please, stay with us.
Any person, group of persons, or organization aggrieved by the content of a broadcast or the conduct of a broadcast station may lodge a complaint to the station and all right to the Director General, National Broadcasting Commission, number 20, Ibrahim Taiwo Street, Asokoro, Abuja, or send a mail via info@nbc.gov.ng your name, address, telephone number, email, and append your signature. Note that the complaint must reach the NBC within 14 days of the queried broadcast. NBC, your right to quality broadcasting.
You're welcome back to Newspaper Headlines on Ebona Day 103.5 FM. This morning, we're going to take you through the news making the headlines on The Guardian, Leadership, Vanguard, Punch, Sun, Daily Post, The Nation. This day, and if time permits, we're also going to take a look at Nigerian Tribune newspapers. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 080 96661035. You can as well join us on Facebook as we are live at Ebonade 103.5 FM. Drop your comments on the comment section of the live video. You can equally stream us online via mixlr.com/gistfm. I am Martin. Let's get started with the Guardian newspaper this morning. Experts advocate adoption of findings on extreme events. Ukwama, Oborowori inaugurates internally displaced persons management committee. Papayos Inyama dies at 84. Newswatch ex-CEO Ray Epu loses wife. Government revokes a fresh 924 dormant mining licenses. Oborowori mourns as Onyobi Iyase of Asaba dies at 91. Be sensitive to citizens' plights. Methodist Church charges leaders. CLCC demands fans compliance with court order authorizing disclosure of revenue. UTME, father napped for impersonating son. Farmers headers conflict. European Union commits project seeks durable solutions. 32 ex-convicts get life skills starter packs. Court adjourns shareholders suit against First Bank of Nigeria Holdings indefinitely. Weak digital public infrastructure hinders service delivery. Edo Guba Opeburu pledges transformation of state as economic powerhouse of Nigeria. Yusuf, Northern governors in US for symposium on insecurity, conflict resolution. Udensi to Oti. Don't mix your good works with falsehood. Kaduna Assembly begins a probe on El Rufai. Alleged $9.6 billion P&ID scam. Hearing in EFCC suit against fleeing Britain stalled. Undertake reforms for functional justice system. Tinubu tells judiciary. APC is the answer to Nigeria's problems, says Ganduje. Rivers Finance Commissioner resigns. Federal government revokes 924 dormant mining licenses. Ubi tax rich Nigerians on water education crisis. Kaduna Assembly begins a probe of El Rufai's administration. Reps summons Kyari, threatens to sanction oil companies. I won't support candidate above 52 years in 2027 Guba poll. Makinde tells a PDP aspirant. United Nations canvasses a $500 billion SDGs stimulus for developing countries. Consumer credit scheme takes off with civil servants. Consumer credit scheme takes off with civil servants. Wanted cultists, 20 others nabbed in Edo. Bullying victim threatens legal action, gives Abuja school 48 hours to sanction perpetrators. Stakeholders shop for $1.5 trillion as oil reserves may stagnate. Niger Delta Development Commission boss blames slow development on region on this fire raises brew the change outlets in Edo. 627 delegates to elect the PDP's Ondo governorship candidate. Nigeria's brand now sellable to global community, says Abiodun. Police arrest 47-year-old car snatcher, 2 others for theft. I didn't step down for Ayedatiwa during Ondo APC primaries, says Akin Folarin. Oil, gas, divestment. Niger Delta communities seek transparency, inclusion. Complaints as MultiChoice implements new tariff hike by May 1st. Aviators Fault interference as federal government grants Dana Air operations. PHED begins implementation of supplementary order, promises improved service. Police seek information on officers caught on viral video bashing driver's car, order arrest. Wike's loyalists reject the deployment, resign from Rivers cabinet. 250 million people suffer acute hunger globally, FAO declares. Oshun suspends traditional ships over misconduct, illegal wealth. Publishers, Copyright Commission, Wali Media, security operatives against piracy. Ogun sails 3 religious centers for noise pollution. 50 million saved in Africa through immunization. Ebonyi to float airline soon, says Commissioner. Sanwo-Olu unveils social interventions for 500,000 households. Unilag Senate celebrates Mukoma as he bows out of service. 12-year-old boy shoots younger brother dead in Taraba. Bokos killings. Youths demand arrest of trigger-happy soldier, release of detainees. Over 2.5 million students enroll on TERAS platforms. Tertiary Education Trust Fund. Police arrest father impersonating son as candidate during UTME. Enugu bans illegal tolls, extortion of motorists, haulers. Tinubu approves the takeoff of consumer credit scheme. I didn't step down for Ayedatiwa. We've taken this. Escalated ISWAP, Boko Haram clashes, claim over 100 fighters. Ondo Guba Primary, Bayelsa Deputy Governor heads a PDP election committee. Federal government suspends Dana Air over safety concerns. Nimet predicts 3 days of sunshine, thunderstorm across Nigeria. Tragedy in Kanu as newborn baby drowned in well. NERC transfers oversight of electricity market to brews in Ekiti. Ondo. Court remands cattle rearer for allegedly kidnapping a boat driver. EFCC criticized for media trial of ex-Kogi Governor Yahaya Bello. Lawmakers to investigate allegations of discrimination at Chinese supermarkets in Abuja. Agency seals UBA branches in Kaduna State over alleged 14.3 million naira unpaid tax. Federal government announces appointment of 17 consuls general. Charged the affairs. Others. 7 highlights of Nigeria's oil and gas reforms by presidency. German police swoop on Nigeria dating scammers. 1.94 million students sat for 2024 JAMB registrar. EFCC serves Yahaya Bello charges over alleged 80.2 billion naira fraud. Natira Biwara sues lead British school, issues ultimatum to sanction bullies. Federal government sets up 7-member panel to probe bullying in lead British school. Peter Obi, only using Labour Party for ambition, doesn't believe in it. Doing Okupe. Court fixes May 17th for ruling on Binance executive's bail. Dana Air incident. FAAN reopens runway 18L 36R. Ondo 2024. Ayedatiwa who's aggrieved APC aspirants. Progress on SDGs can't achieve 2030 targets. Experts warns. Traffic camera captured 856,680 infractions in 15 months. Foundation provides water system. Toilet. Orders for Ogun School. Ogun Agro Cargo soon, says Abiodun. That's the much we can take from the Guardian newspaper this morning. From the Guardian newspaper, we'll flip over to Leadership newspaper. Domestic investors take 1.335 trillion naira in equities in Q1. FIRS calls for capacity building among the CATA members, state police and other matters. A judge for PDP. Tinubu to judiciary. Give Nigeria a functional justice system. Civil society organizations protest EFCC handling of Yahaya Bello's case in Lagos. Sale of discos, experts, labor wants debt reading firms unbundled. 140-year-old PZ Cousins considers leaving Africa over Nigeria's sales plunge. Disquiet as PDP holds Ondo governorship primary today. Troops arrest 379 oil tips, destroy 402 illegal refining sites. UTME, father arrested for impersonating son, Jamb. 2 weakest loyalists resigned from Fubara's cabinet. Fernandez scores twice to help Man United overcome Sheffield United. Prisoners escape as rainstorm destroys Custodial Center in Niger. Media magnet, Peace Hyde, speak on her journey to WEF Young Global Leader. Privatization Council moves BOA, NSAL merger, injection of fresh capital. Resignation wave hits Imo PDP as a party share, more members quit. House of Reps to probe alleged discrimination by Chinese supermarket. Julius Vega offered a fresh 29 billion naira to complete Bodo Bonny Road project. Clubs that have won every European Cup. Skincare firm announces a pre-launch event in Lagos, March 14th, and need to protect Nigeria's critical telecoms infrastructure. Spanish Prime Minister suspends duties over wife's corruption inquiry. Public economic development hinge on justice reforms. Tinubu frame democracy. LASU partner to engage youths in democratic discourse. 9 Mobile, Microsoft partner to equip journalists with artificial intelligence tools. How to get credit from Credit Corp, a step-by-step guide for Nigerian civil servants. Federal government addressing violent extremists from bottom up. LACA. Non-governmental organization invites climate tech startups to pitch solutions at CAAF 24. We must prepare Nigerian youth for future, says Governor Makinde. UK varsity woos Nigerians, others with 44 billion naira scholarships. Ondo 2024, Mimiko emerges as ZLP governorship candidate. Okay, we've taken this. Racketeering. Federal government revokes another 924 dormant mining license. And that's the much we can take from the leadership newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning from the leadership newspaper, we'll flip over to the Vanguard newspaper. Insecurity, why community policing is best option. Ex-NBA President Okpoko. SAN. 2024 UTME call for compensation of candidate asked to remove hijab misplaced. JAMB. We appreciate criticisms not born out of mischief. Governor Eno. Led British school victim Buala sues bullies, give ultimatum for sanction. Ebonyi, government plans to float airline. EFCC hands over 14 forfeited properties to Enugu State. Traders account losses as government demolishes shops, houses in Ebonyi. Nigerian Navy to establish secondary school in Ebonyi. Okuama, Ewu, over 12 residents trapped in forest die of hunger, sickness. Why power sector crisis won't end soon by electricity workers. Akintoye to Afenifere, Yoruba nation wants self-determination, not restructuring. Yahaya Bello, APC must publish code of conduct for party leaders. Salihu, Lukman. Ondo Guba, PDP holds a primary Thursday, sets up 7-member panel. Why I didn't build schools as Anambra governor, P2B replies on mockery. APC is the answer to Nigeria's problem, says Ganduje. That's the most we can take from the Vanguard newspaper this morning. From the Vanguard newspaper, we'll flip over to the Punch newspaper. 627 delegates elect Ondo PDP governorship candidate today. FCCPC unseals Abuja Chinese supermarket after quizzing owner. Pro-Wike commissioners quit after redeployment by Fubara. APC, PDP, internal crisis worsened than Labour Party's Ubi. APC, PDP internal crisis worse than Labour Party's Ubi. How I tried to stop Onakoya from playing shares. World record breaker's father. Ihedio has exit from Imo PDP. Unfortunate chairman. Edo Paul Opeboro labels opponents baby politicians. Enugu governor hails Tinubu EFCC over 14 recovered assets. FRSC boss proposes jail terms for reckless drivers. How I tried to stop Onakoya, we've taken this. Rufai's probe. Kaduna Assembly gets loan documents today. Lagos State government seals office building for illegal sewage disposal. Serika spends second night in EFCC custody. Over 8 billion naira probe. Oborowori begins a resettlement of displaced Okuama villagers. ECOWAS, African Union seek end to military coups, terrorism. U.S. reports spotlights Nigerian prisons' poor condition. Delayed justice. Tinubu, National Assembly demand judicial reforms. Late judge's daughter sues with executors. Will executors. Oyo goes after advertising agency over 650 million naira debt. 500,000 households to get Lagos palliatives. Sanwo-Olu. Oyo monarch appeals court ruling setting aside his appointment. Abia denies social media claims of wash-off road. Rep candidate switches allegiance, dumps NMPP for Labour Party in Imo. CITN, Anambra Revenue Service deepen tax awareness. Wife of abducted Anambra Labour Party governorship candidate alleges VIP treatment of kidnapped suspects. Anambra businessman, teaching hospital, tango over land. Army holds social media seminar on national security. Abia, Pan-Africa, collaborate against malaria. Foundation donates materials to sustain education in Imo. Abia mourns a slim businessman, pursues justice against trigger-happy policeman. Sustaining Naira appreciation. 35 oil firms face probe over environmental pollution. That's the much we can take from the Punch newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning. From the Punch newspaper, we'll flip over to the Sun newspaper. Edo Guba, INEC publishes a final list of cleared party candidates. Cross River to vaccinate 886,292 children against intestinal worm infections. Cross River to vaccinate 886,292 children against intestine worm infections. Nasarawa speaker meets 13 local government chairmen to find lasting solutions to insecurity. ASU, Uniben threatens to boycott April 28 resumption over violence on campus. Post 98 NEC, Benue PDP, stronger, more united, focus on congresses. Edo Guba, INEC publishes finalists. We've taken this. Hands off Kanu's case. IPOB tells Justice Nyako, man begins 150-hour marathon ironing in Ebonyi. Edo Guba. We've taken this. Lagos APC stakeholders mobilized for Ambode comeback. Ondo APC primary. Party leaders protest in Akure. Edo PDP crisis will be resolved soon. Party shifting. Emerging agitations in North orchestrated to stop Tinubu in 2027. Chetima alarms. Policymakers should prioritize policies that promote innovation, entrepreneurship. Obegulu, ACCI president. Nigeria boosts digital security with NITDA, NIMC collaboration on PKI, DPI. We generated over 22 billion naira in one day on customs. PWAN Royal celebrates 5 years of making home ownership dreams reality. Open Nebe community blast Degi over calls for withdrawal of SWAT in Nebe. That's the much we can take from the Sun newspaper this morning. From the Sun newspaper, we'll flip over to the Daily Post newspaper. Emir of Mina inaugurates 31-man committee to curb youth restiveness. U.S. President Joe Biden signs a bill to ban TikTok. ICPC calls for synergy between armed forces, paramilitary agencies in Nigeria. FCT, Wike waives taxes for diplomatic missions in Abuja. Biwala falls EFCC shares a press briefing on Yahaya Bello. Ogun government sympathizes with victims of Ado Udo Ota over rainstorm destruction, commences action. Governor Oborowori inaugurates committee for resettlement of sacked Okuama community. Sports minister craves Pisero's return to Super Eagles. Tinubu, Akpabio, Ariwola, Fagbemi seek system that provides justice for all. APC knocks Soludo for denying rampant kidnappings in Anambra. Ramadan, Zakat stampede. 13 children of late widow seek support from Bauchi government. Place embargo on arms sales to Nigeria. IPOB urges Italian government. That's the much we can take from the Daily Post newspaper this morning. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 080-96661035. You can as well join us on Facebook as we're live at Ebonade 103.5 FM. We'll now flip over to the Nation newspaper. Abbas applauds Tinubu for takeoff. Tinubu, Nigeria's rapidly growing economy needs a functional judiciary. Rivers crisis. 2 commissioners quit Fubara's cabinet. DSTV raises subscription rates. Federal government addressing outstanding varsity workers' demands, says Minister. Julius Berger gets a federal government's marching order on Bodo Bonny Road. Ulugu congratulates Ayedatiwa. Tinubu renews commitment to empowering girls, women, youths. Sanwo-Olu to stop land encroachers. Dangote gives rights to Muslims in Ondo. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Nation newspaper this morning, NCAA suspends Dana Air operations indefinitely. Tinubu approves school census project. FIRS boss calls for capacity building. Tech adoption to address global tax challenges. Creative industry targets $100 billion contribution to GDP by 2030, says a minister. APC, Opeburu, my opponents are baby politicians. My focus now is on how to make Nigeria work, not 2027 election, P2B. PDP, OT, seek justice for businessman killed by policeman in Aba. Edo Guba, I will not disappoint, deceive you. Opeburu assures Edo people. Federal government working on outstanding demands of varsity workers, says minister. Federal government seeks integration of MIDAS with Interpol surveillance systems. That's the much we can take from the Nation newspaper this morning. From the Nation newspaper, we'll flip over to Nigerian Tribune. Emir of Mina inaugurates committee to tackle thuggery, substance abuse. Senator Rafiu's 4-year performance unbeaten. Kwara South constituents. NCPC boss honor as a patron of NACREN. NCPC boss honored as a patron of NACREN. Kaduna Assembly begins approve of El Rufai. EFCC shares a press briefing on Yahaya Bello, media trial, Biwala. EFCC shares press briefing on Yahaya Bello, media trial, Biwala. Federal government partners IOM to enhance border security. Advert practitioners owing Oyo government 650 million naira OYSAA boss. Reps probe NMPCL oil firms over degradation of host communities. You are listening to newspaper headlines on Ebona, the 103.